Alright, guys. Well, you can't see nothing, it's washed out. We have moved to a new camp spot today. Actually, I had to go to town yesterday, pick something up. So I figured since I was already out and about, I'll just go to a different spot. So let me get you turned around. We'll get out here and I'll show you where I'm at. All right. Oh, let me get out here. I'm getting old, folks, getting old. I'm right here by the water. There's the old camper van. The woods are right behind us. The sun's shining in my face. I can't even see the screen. There's the river. Some kind of little. Let me see if I'm using my phone right now, so I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in. But it looks like a pretty cool boat out there. That's about as close as I can get. Pretty neat looking from here. But yeah, this is gonna be camp. Probably for I'm probably gonna stay here at least a week. I got nowhere to be, not in no hurry to get nowhere, so as long as I got to myself. Now tomorrow's Friday, so that's gonna start the weekend. The weather here in Kentucky is beautiful. People are still getting out, using the lake, still out here camping. So we'll probably get some traffic down here this weekend. Although coming in, I didn't see hardly any tracks coming in. And well, you're not gonna see it because the sun's low in the sky. Speaking of which, it's only 2 o'clock and it looked like it's 7:30 at night. But anyway, there's not many tracks out here. There's a few. It doesn't look like it's been a steady flow of people coming down here. Now there is I came in on that road right there. I'd say about 10 minutes back up in the woods there. There's a guy camping with a teepee tent. Pretty nice looking tent. He looked like he had a decent setup coming in. But yeah, this is gonna be home. I'm gonna stay here unless something drastic happens. I'm probably gonna stay here about a week, explore the shoreline over there. There's some kind of structure here. I'm gonna try to check it out, do some research. I'll show it to you tomorrow. Right now I'm just chillaxing. Is that what they say? Chillaxing? That's stupid. Quit talking like that. But right now I'm just hanging out, enjoying the quiet, the scenery. Gonna have me a little fire later. Haven't had a campfire in a long time. It's been so windy around here, and I've been up in the woods. Don't want to catch the woods on fire. But anyway, I'm sitting down in my chair. That's the up and up. That's the 411. Now you know as much as I do. And I've been looking at the map. Right over there, it shows this road coming all the way to that point. Now, there probably was at one time. I don't know if there still is. I'm thinking about when I leave here, I'm going to check that out and see if I can get over on that point. I do, you probably can't see it, but I can see a sign. They got a thing here called the Waterway Trail. It's where kayakers, canoes and stuff, they follow I don't know, it's just kind of like a trail they can follow and places they can check out and like that. But anyway, I see one of them signs over there. So there must still be road access to it. I just don't know how good the road possibly could be or isn't. But I think when we leave out of here, whenever, a week, 2 weeks, whenever I run out of food and water, I may check that out, see if I can get over on that point. I don't know. We're going to play it by ear. My plan is not to make plans. So let me shut this old camera off because I'm going to sit here and just enjoy the rest of this. It's been so daggum windy the past week and a half. I mean, 20 and 30 mile an hour winds. I just haven't been able to get out and enjoy nothing. as far as sitting outside or a campfire. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll see you folks tomorrow. Well, the sun is going down. Got my campfire going. It's nice and cozy. It seemed like it'll be 8 or 9 o'clock. It's only 5 o'clock or 4:57. And it seemed like it'll be 8:30 and 9 o'clock at night. But I was going to show you the beautiful colors on the water with the sun setting. The camera just don't really show it. There's a lot of pinks, a little bit of red. There was some purple on the water, but I was lazy. I didn't get the camera. But you know, some things I just like to keep for myself. You know, you don't have to record everything and put it on the internet. You can keep some things for yourself. But I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my fire. I'm not going to, that's probably all the wood I'm going to burn. Because, you know, I'm not going to sit out here all night and babysit it. But I'm going to sit here and enjoy that. Watching, it's not focusing real good, but there's a line boat and a barge there. If you can see because it's trying to look at my hand, if you can see the lights right there, that's another one coming up river. So I'm going to sit here and watch the barge traffic. Enjoy the warmth of this fire for a while, and then climb in the old camper van. Climb in the house. The metal tent. The rickety shack, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna get in there, probably find me something to snack on and watch a little bit of YouTube and call it a day. All right, Dan. What you reckon you got in there good to eat? What you want for them French fried taters? All right, been outside for quite a while. The fire's burned down. I'm back inside now. For some reason my camera's having a hard time focusing today. I don't know what's wrong with it. But there's my view out the back glass. It don't look like much on the camera, but it's pretty cool just looking out the window. I can see the lake. The bridge is lit up. That bridge is way down there. It's probably half mile, give or take, 3/4 mile. It's lit up, reflecting on the water. It's pretty neat looking. It don't look like much on camera, but it's something pretty nice to look at, looking out my window. But I got my mood lights on. I think I'm going to do a little bit of work on the old computer. The old computer. French fried taters. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to kick back, relax, and probably call it a night and get up and do it again tomorrow. So we'll see you then. All right, guys and gals, we're up. It's another beautiful day. Sun's fixing to blind you right here. A little chilly this morning. The wind coming off the water got a little chill to it. Wind's supposed to be 10 to 20 today. It's back. So probably won't fly. I was gonna fly the drone today. Got me a new battery. Not gonna do it because it's 20-mile-an-hour winds and I don't want to lose it in the water. Anyway, that wind's probably super bad. Let me try to get on this side. I heard something last night and I couldn't get the camera to pick it up. But over there in that corner, and I'm not even trying to be dramatic, be funny or nothing like that, I was a little concerned, to be honest. I heard something for like 30 minutes. It sounded like right in this area here. I don't know. It kind of woke me up out of my sleep. But I did investigate, after I got woke up and noticed it was over in this corner. But it sounded like, I don't even know how to describe it. Y'all ever heard of no coon dog and no hunting dog, how they bark and howl a little bit? It sounded like that, but it was a real low, raspy, just sounded like somebody with a sore throat. But yet it had that old coon dog sound, burr, burr, and all that. No real growl. I'm not even trying to make this up and be funny. I really wish I could have got it recorded. But yeah, I'm gonna walk over that corner, see if I see any tracks or anything. Check it out. So let me pause this camera and get over there, and I'll bring you back if I see something. All right. I'm not seeing any tracks. Camper van's over there. It sounded like it was in this corner here. Don't drop your coffee cup. I've looked at the ground. I'm not seeing any unusual tracks. It was moving, the sound. It was moving from that way to this way. But I wasn't hearing no leaves or sticks or brush, so I'm assuming whatever it was, not saying it was the boogeyman, but whatever it was out here on the edge of the tree line. But it was a little ways off, you could tell. But I'm not seeing any kind of tracks. I see tons of deer, some coyote tracks, and actually right back there, I think I seen no bobcat tracks. They look kind of old. They didn't look like it'd been from last night, but anyway, I'm not seeing nothing. We're going to write it off as an experience. I'll be ready tonight. If I hear the noises again, I'll get it on recording. I'll get my microphone and everything ready to where I can catch the sound better. I actually turned my camera on last night, but when I played it back, you couldn't hear it. If it had been closer, which I'm glad it wasn't, but if it had been closer, the camera probably would have picked it up. But what I was hearing with my ear, it was one of them. You ever heard somebody who's got a booming voice that carries a long ways? I don't know how to describe it. They're not loud. You can tell whatever it is, the person or whatever the noise is way off, but yet you can still hear it very clearly. That's kind of how it was here. Campervan's way over there. It was coming from this corner right here somewhere, and it wasn't like it was right beside my ear, but yet it was very clear. There was no doubt what I was hearing. So, anywho, we'll see what we can do tonight. Hopefully, honestly, hope I don't hear it tonight. I don't know, folks. I've never heard that before. And I hope you don't think I'm trying to be dramatic and, make up some theory of the boogeyman in the woods. There is that old legend, the beast LBL. I don't believe in all that. It's pretty neat to tell the ghost story at a campfire, but I don't believe in it. And I've been stomping in these woods for years. I've camped in tents. I've slept in hammocks. I've slept on the ground in these woods in a sleeping bag. I never heard what I heard last night. That was weird. Anywho, if we do hear it tonight, I'll try to get it on recording, but I kind of hope we don't. Oh man, well, look like it's time to get up. I got up at 4 o'clock and peeled around a bit, went outside, and I came back in, went back to bed. Now it's 6:30. What time is it? Oh, it's 6:47. So it's time to get up, start this day. All right, I got my coffee drink, got woken up. It's a little windy and my microphone's dead. Hang on, I gotta straighten this camera up too. All right, that's good enough. Yeah, my microphone's dead. I don't remember ever to charge anything. Side note, I don't know if you can see it. You see the smoke? Somebody was in here last night, had a little campfire, and I never knew it. Still adjusting. Stand by, still adjusting. Yeah, I never even knew anybody come in. Now, I did hear a vehicle. I will admit that. But being so close to that bridge, I thought it was just, just road noise. Evidently not. All right, guys and girls, just want to get on here real quick and make a correction. After this clip right here, you're going to hear me crying about not knowing what that structure is right over there. Well, I found it. I was talking to a friend about an hour ago, and he turned me on to a website that has old photos, and I found that structure. This right here, there used to be a highway through here. Now, this is before this water was here. The river over there has always been here, but not this water, particularly right here. We're standing right where a highway used to be. I've seen the photos of it. It run right down through there, disappeared into the tree line, and that's all I could see. So it went over there somewhere. But in that photo, and I can't show you, side note, I can't show you the photos of this road, this road that runs through here. They was copyrighted. Chances are I could use them and they never even know, but I just don't, I'm just not going to do that. There were some structures over here in the photo, but it was off in the distance. I couldn't really see what they was. It kind of looked like a house, so it's got me excited. I may go over there tomorrow, stomp around a little bit. But looked like there was a house and a barn over there. It looked like. Couldn't tell. It was way off. This is an old grainy photo. Couldn't see real good. But then I found another photo, actually two. Remember, there's a highway running through here, and guess what the photo shows? It shows that building up there. And I'm gonna put them in there. I found these photos on a different website. They didn't say nothing about being copyrighted, but they didn't have any of the highway here, but they did have photos of that. Yes, and I was right. It wasn't a house, it was commercial. It was a garage. Kind of funny looking. I mean, it kind of looks like a house. You're gonna see the photo here in a second as soon as I shut up. It kind of looks like a house, but it was labeled a garage. There's a small article. I'm assuming, I don't know, it didn't say it, but it gives the man's name who owned that garage. And it said he lived in the area. Well, you remember the picture I said? It looked like a house and a barn over here? That might have been his house and barn. I don't know. I'm just putting two together. But anyway, I'm going to shut up and get off here. I'm going to show you the photos next. I'm going to put them in there. And then we'll go back to original programming. You're going to hear me crying saying, I don't know what that is. I just don't know what it is. Okay. I'll see you after a while. What I'm going to do real quick, we're going to look at this old structure. I don't know what it was. I've tried to find out. I haven't had no success in finding anything online. No old pictures. Nothing. Couldn't find anything. Not even a name associated with it. So I don't know what this is. But it's a pretty unique, ornate looking wall. Now there is cement in there, so it's not like 1786 or nothing. Of course, we had cement back in the 1920s, so it still could be very, very old. Well, I know it's old. It's at least from the 40s, because after about 45 or so, 1945, TVA ran everybody out of here, so it's at least that old. But you got the wall. And when we get up there, you can see this used to be flat, well maintained, kind of like a terrace or a front yard or whatever. I don't know what you call it. Here, let me pause you. We're going over there. I'll bring you back when we get there. All right. Now, I don't know if this is original road, driveway or whatever, or just where people's been coming up here. So I can't say on that. But the structure itself, well, there's nothing left. It's just concrete walls. But it doesn't look like home. Looks like it was more commercial or industrial. And I was thinking maybe it has something to do with TVA. The making of the land between the lakes and the dams and all that. It did have indoor plumbing, because right there is a toilet. You can see the water lines and everything for it. And we're standing on concrete, kind of like a front porch patio. You can see the post, where, well, the footings where posts used to be. So I'm kind of torn and conflicted. It looks commercial or industrial, but on the other hand, when I seen this, just picture this being a basement and a wooden house built up here, and them was posts that held up like a porch and a deck or whatever, and this was probably where they drove in, possibly parked cars in here like a garage or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing out guesses. But there's other things that leads me away from that. It leads me back to industrial or TVA related, because up there, I don't know what that used to be, but it's a smaller concrete. It looked like it was a square building at one time. And back behind it, you can't really see there's one there. Now, if this is a home, I don't see them doing that. I feel like that would be, if that was a storage building or whatever, that would be made out of wood, and possibly that over there also. But then again, they might have had a little money and made it out of concrete. I don't know. I can't find nothing on this place. Usually you can find at least a picture or a name associated with it or something. The internet goes so deep nowadays. There's been so much information applied to the internet now. We got the internet in the 90s, so it's had almost 30 years of people putting input in there, and I can't find nothing on this place. So I don't know. I do not know. We'll walk up here and I'll show you what I meant about that terrace or yard or whatever you call it. Down there on the edge of the, get off of me, these Asian bugs are driving me nuts. People think they're ladybugs, they're not. They're invasive Asian beetles. But anyway, right there on the edge, we see the water line and the ground. Well, down below it, that's where that wall is we've seen. And see how, like, we're in the woods. And we're on the banks of the river, and how everything's real hilly and goes up and just all different directions. But this is flat. There's not hardly any trees. Now there's trees here, but these are very young. When I say young, 15, 20 years, 30 years, maybe 40 years old. They haven't been here for hundreds of years. So I'm thinking all this is cleared off, like a yard or a terrace or well maintained. I don't know. Put your input, put your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what you think it might have been. Because on this one, I have absolutely no clue. What I want to do, I got my metal detector. I want to come up here and metal detect that. You're not supposed to. I'm in a state forest, federally funded forest. No metal detecting allowed. I really, really want to. Is it worth a big old ticket, big old fine? No. Do I always preach, follow the rules, obey the rules, protect the land? Yes. Yes, I do. So, more than likely, I won't metal detect it, even though it's human nature in me said, God, go ahead, won't nobody know. More than likely, I won't. Anywho, the leaves are pretty much done changing colors. Still a little bit of green and yellow, but for the most part, they're brown. They're done. Cotton picking Asian lady beetle, whatever you are, get off me. That's the only ladies that ever try to put the moves on me, is them stupid Asian lady beetles, whatever they call. Can't get a real girl, gotta get an Asian beetle. You get off me. Yes, I've took my medication today. I'm emotionally stable at the moment. When you spend this much time alone, you start getting a little out there. When you spend months and sometimes weeks and months alone in the woods, your imagination runs wild a little bit. But I think I'm gonna end this video right here. Yeah, I gotta go over and put that fire out. It's supposed to be super windy today, and I hate for the woods catch on fire, so I'll probably do that. But I think I'm gonna end this video right here. Thank everyone for coming along and joining me. All my new and old subscribers, my friends and family. You know what I'm gonna say. I say it all the time, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Get out there and enjoy life. Don't waste it. It's super short. It goes by so fast. Oh, side note. I saw them weeds right there, made me think. Another reason why I don't think that used to be a home, because there's no Easter lilies, no Easter flowers anywhere. That's usually a 96% telltale sign that there was a homestead there, or existing structure was a homestead. There's always Easter lilies, Easter flowers around, always. They're not I don't know what you call it. Man has to plant them. Man has to move them around. They don't just grow naturally wild. Well, after you've planted them somewhere, they do. They'll keep coming back there. But I don't mean, it's not just natural. They don't just grow anywhere. They have to be placed there at one time or another. But anyway, I saw these weeds right here. That made me think of that. So, yeah, if you have any idea what you think that might be, let me know, because I've spent 2 days on the internet looking and trying to find old pictures and, groups where there's certain groups around here in LBL that, do the same thing, and they're always posting information. Nothing on there. Can't find anything. So if you think you got an idea, help me out. Some kind of jumping point where I can, further research on it. But anyway, get out there and enjoy life. Don't waste it. It's super short. It goes by so fast. I mean, I hate to sound like a broken record, but when the sun goes down today and you go to bed, that's it. That day's done. It's over with. You'll never get it back. Can't redo it. Can't start over. So use it wisely. Don't waste it. One day you're going to wake up and be a feeble old, rickety old crippled man or woman like me, you know, barely can't get around. You gotta have your walker to get to the toilet. And then it's gonna be too late. Them adventures, all the adventure ideals you had, too late. So don't waste it. I know, I understand most of y'all are responsible adults. You can't just, you know, bum around like I do and eat out of the dumpster and everything. I get it, I understand it. You gotta be responsible and you gotta have a job and function in society. I get that, but any free minute you get, it don't matter if you're just going to town to check the mail. Swing by your local park, sit there for a minute, look at the squirrels and birds, and maybe, you know, read a book. I'm a reader, so I always got books with me, but nothing else. Just piddle around your phone for a second. Just enjoy the fresh air. You know, slow down a little bit. Enjoy life. Any chance you get is what I'm trying to say. All right, then. French fried taters. Every time I say all right, then, it makes me think of that movie Sling Blade. All right, then. Yeah, I reckon that's going to be it, folks. Till I see you on the next one. God bless you.